What did you learn from wrestling? What did you learn about communication, about personality? Because like you said, when you ran to be governor of Minnesota, just having you in the media, that it brought them ratings. And so that was something you learned. You became a personality. You understand how to work media, how to pattern interrupt. You learned so much. But what are the highlights from that time? Or what can you tell us?
I can let me put it in this context for you. In the early days of wrestling, and I started when it was still the territory days, 26 territories in the United States, you were paid by how many people you put in the seats, right? So if you didn't draw nothing, you didn't make much. So it was inherent that you put butts in seats. Well, I always said this about what did it do for me politically? Well, as a villain, it's my job to make everyone hate me so bad that they will pay their hard-earned money to see a good guy come and kick my ass. Right? They're willing to pay money. Now, switching to politics, all it required there was me to get their vote. That didn't cost nothing. So getting votes is easier than putting seats in the stands as a wrestler, because it don't cost nothing to get a vote. It costs something for a seat. What it did for me, wrestling taught me how to think quickly on my feet, because in any match, it ain't going to go like it's supposed to. You're going to have to think on your feet. Murphy's Law is going to hit. Anything that can go wrong will. You got to be able to think quick on your feet. You got to be able to communicate, to draw the people in. That's called communication skills. I will say this, without wrestling, I could have never been governor, because it trained me so well. The only prepared speech I ever used, the only one, was the State of the State address, because you have to be so precise with it. So that you do off teleprompters.
Right.
But any other speech during my campaigns, as governor, all they would do, my staff, they might write me 4 or 5 bullet points, so I could glance down and know where I needed to, that I didn't want to miss something that I knew I wanted to talk about.
Right.
So I might get bullet points. Pro wrestling is what trained me to do that, because in that era of wrestling, if you didn't draw people, you didn't make money. And if you didn't make money, you didn't eat.
And you have a small window of time, probably minutes, to get some media attention. And so you don't want to screw around with that. And that means you got to get people's attention. You probably got to interrupt their patterns, wake them up a little bit, and then with what little time you have left, get them the message, right?
Well, and the other thing to learn politically from me is don't shoot over my bow, because if you do, you're going to get 2 shots back.
Okay.
And I'll give you the example. Hillary Clinton. Way back when I ran, the Democrats brought, Skip Humphrey, Hubert Humphrey's son, was against me. The Democrats brought her in as the final week to hopefully put him over the top. Hillary came in to campaign. And the first thing she said to the press in Minnesota was, it's time to end the carnival show and get serious about who your governor's going to be. In other words, I guess I was the carnival show.
Right.
So the press came up to me, and this is where I was doing the round the state in the RVs the last weekend. The press all came up to me and said, "Did you hear what Hillary Clinton said about you?" And I said, "No," and they repeated it to me. And they said, "Do you have any comment?" And right off the top of my head, I went, "Well, it seems to me," and you got to go back to what was happening nationally at this time in the White House. I said, "It seems to me Hillary would do more of herself a service to stay back in the White House and keep her eye on Bill, rather than coming to Minnesota and worried about who's going to be the next governor here." Because this was right at the height of the Monica Lewinsky crap.
Right.
And I thought, you're going to shoot a bow and call me a carnival act? Well, get ready, because I'm going to shoot one right back over your deck We'll see how you can take it. Always remember, there's a quote about the Navy SEALs. You know what it is?
What's that?
We don't get mad, we get even. And always remember, you got to sleep sometime.
And you learned that in wrestling too. Like you went back.
No, I learned that in the SEALs.
That was SEALs. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So wrestling taught you to get those butts on seats, communicate, be the bad guy if you had to, get a reaction so they'll pay money to see you. They'll know who you are. And you
think on your feet.
Think on your feet, right. Okay.
You know, you got to be able to respond and think on your feet, because anything that can go wrong will.
Yeah.
And you got to keep the flow of the match going.
And
you can't let people see a mistake.
Right. And you took that physical character, and then when you started broadcasting, you just turned him in to the broadcasting, but you kept the character and you created something people hadn't seen before from a media standpoint as well.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, it saved me. I didn't need name recognition. So I didn't see most politicians, the majority they got to spend their money on is to get name recognition.
Right. Yeah.
Get the people to know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate.
Yeah.
That I don't have to spend a nickel on that.
That's a big part of it. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are,
I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?